COVID-19 cases are soaring, climbing in Georgia as well. We are keeping a close eye on hospitalizations for you. Georgia reporting an additional 225 new hospitalizations yesterday. That number is at the end of the screen there in orange. And that brings the number of people needing medical care to nearly 1,800 statewide. The state reporting 40 additional deaths. That is slightly higher than our weekly average. More than 8,500 Georgians have died so far during the pandemic. And 11 Alive is committed to bringing you the facts about COVID-19. Check the special coronavirus section of 11alive.com for breakdowns of Georgia case numbers, the latest on vaccines, and more.